They called it a ghetto, but to Leo, it was a springboard. Amongst the cracked concrete and rust-stained fences, where adults sought danger and decay, Leo saw kingdoms and skies. The playground, battered and tired, stood like an ancient relic, defiant in its refusal to fall completely apart. To most, it was just a place for the childish, the immature, a forgotten corner for kids too naive to realize the world's indifference. But to Leo, it was sacred, of a divine nature, even. Leo wasn't like the others. He wore his wide-eyed excitement openly, as if it were armor. Every morning, he'd run into the playground barefoot, as though touching the earth would give him wings. He didn't walk. He cartwheeled, flipped, somersaulted. Gravity seemed to lose its grip on him. Some kids would snicker behind their hands, calling him infantile, too soft for the real world. But Leo didn't mind. He was busy chasing clouds. He believed, truly believed, that joy could be encapsulated in a single moment. That second just before your feet leave the ground, when everything feels weightless and possible. But things were changing. One afternoon, a man in a suit arrived. A man with shiny shoes and a plastic smile. The kind of smile that doesn't reach the eyes. He stood in the center of the playground, frowning at the bent swings and worn-out slide. "This place," he declared, "is finished. Time for something new. We'll build shops here, something modern, a fresh start, a clean slate." A murmur ran through the crowd of parents and tired-faced neighbors. The man's words were polished, rehearsed. A gimmick, dressed up as a promise. Leo's heart thumped. The playground wasn't perfect, but it was theirs. It was the only place where he could cut loose, where dreams weren't ridiculous but necessary. "Don't listen to him," Leo shouted, stepping forward, voice trembling but fierce. "He doesn't know. This place, it's magic." A man chuckled. "Magic? Son, you need to grow up. This playground's a hazard." But Leo wasn't done. He turned to the others, eyes blazing. "Do you remember what it's like? When we used to fly off the swings, thinking we could touch the stars? When we weren't just surviving, but living?" He paused, searching for the right words. "We can't just let them take it. This place is a part of us." For a moment, there was silence. Then, slowly, heads began to nod. The children, silent till now, ran to Leo's side, as if drawn by some unseen force. They started scrubbing, painting, fixing. Not perfect, but alive. The man tried again, but this time, the community didn't buy his polished lines. They'd learned to take things with a grain of salt. They saw through him. And that day, something extraordinary happened. The playground, once forgotten, became a beacon. People from other streets came to see it. The laughter, the colors, the sheer jaw-dropping energy, it was infectious. What had been broken was now reborn, not in steel or glass, but in spirit. Leo stood at the top of the slide, arms raised, the wind catching his shirt like a sail. He didn't just save a playground. He awakened something. The ability to dream, to resist, to believe. And for once, it was smooth sailing, not because the world was easy, but because they had chosen to fly anyway. Leo jumped, another perfect somersault, and when he landed, it wasn't just his feet that touched the ground. It was hope.